All right, good morning. Hi, my name is Sam and I'm a Premed student. And the thing that I do on this channel is I talk or maybe like reflect on different things. So that's the reason why on my see I have different videos about different topics and I just reflect on those topics and talk to you guys about it. And YouTube is kind of like my free therapy. So I just come in here and then like talk about different things and then you guys will sit and then maybe I'll see them later if I really want to see what I just said about this specific topic. So today I want to talk about like what it means for me to be a doctor. Like being a doctor for some people might be just like this. Are you sick? You go to the doctor. Whatever you have get resolved and then you don't go to the doctor no more and then that's it. Or it does get resolved but you still need to follow up and like do this whole walk up thing like every 2 months, every 3 months and then until it finally get resolved or just get managed because it can get resolved just right away. But for me, it does involve other stuff such as patient trust. So you don't only go to the doctor and then the doctor fix whatever you have going on. So there is trust. Trust is also a part of the equation. So like some people, their trust will differ from whoever they are with. Like for example, I do know from personal experience that some patient will trust a doctor much more than a nurse practitioner. I cannot justify the fact that they do or even why they do it, but it is something that I know that I've seen multiple times and I can actually say and back up if I need to back it up with other experiences, but I'm not doing that because that's not even the point. And so coming back to trust does differ from whatever is part of the equation. So doctor, nurse practitioner, doctor. It's probably the other way around too, because I've talked to some patients that also told me that they trust the nurse practitioner way much more than the doctor because for some kind of reason they say that the nurse practitioner is give them more time or more freedom for them to talk and express themselves, which sometimes I do not get with a doctor. Which, well, I totally get it, but I don't really think that it's really a doctor thing, but very much more a personality thing or probably even a management thing, to be honest. Because if you are running a practice and you're seeing patients, like the amount of time that you spend with each patient, if you're trying to be efficient, might be something that you count. Like we do like 20 minutes with each patient or 60 minutes with each patient, depending on what it is. Is it a new consult or even a follow-up? So if you're looking at like in the doctor eyes and a doctor that needs to see like 60 patients in a day, a doctor that needs to see 60 patients a day cannot spend 20 minutes talking with a patient. I don't think so. And some patients generally want this, a relationship. This, hey, I want to talk to my doctor. I want to be close with my doctor and tell him everything. But sometimes the doctor really does not need to know everything, or only needs to know what it needs, what's related to what it is you need to take care of, or what the thing that you have to say is within his scope of practice. That's probably like the thing that I'm really interested into. But they're not really interested about like the whole personal thing. But some people says that the nurse practitioner is like very much more interested into their lives and get to know them better, which is something that they did not get in with a doctor. Which, hey, from a doctor perspective, with a really busy practice, I don't really see them talking like for 30 minutes or even like 20 minutes with a patient, something that is not medical related. Probably out of the visit, maybe if they see you, well, that would be like a good place to actually do those kind of small talks if they really want to. But hey, they're really busy. Coming from a scribe, those practices are really busy and they're trying to be here for everyone, and that might be the reason why I'm not justifying anything. Well, that might be the reason why they don't get to talk to you like other subspecialties or specialties get to talk to you, and that's what make the trust sometimes much more higher for some practitioners and lower for others, and then like switching around and the other way around. And the other thing that differs from this whole subspecialties and specialty thing is the scope of practice. So what the doctor can do differs from what a nurse practitioner can do. And I'm not saying this has a well, Initially, I thought that the doctor has full scope of practice, like they can do whatever they want and nobody can tell them anything. So that's initially the way that I thought I was, like doctor knows everything, they can do everything. But I came to realize as a scribe that even the doctors that have scope of practice, because if you have like a skin issue and you go to a GI doctor, the GI doctor is not s- really gonna address your skin issue because hey, that's not his scope of practice. That's not what he has been trained for, and therefore he cannot really address it. But if it's something really superficial, I think that they might give you some advice about what it is you have to do. But it's something that might look like a cancer. It's not well. It's not really appropriate for them to do a biopsy, I'll say. But hey, who am I? Probably some GI doctor are there doing biopsies on people. Well, that or not GI related issue, I'll say. Because if it was GI related issue, they would have addressed it. But like a skin related issue, for example, they would have transfer it to like a dermatologist or something. So just to show you, like even doctors have scope of practice that they have to respect, because their license is on the line, and the institution that they're practicing in reputation is also on the line when they do something that they're not supposed to be doing. So there is even scope of practice within doctors and nurse practitioners and doctors. And then the last thing is responsibilities. Responsibilities is, well, a little blurry for me because I don't really know. I don't really know about responsibilities. I only know what I get to see on a daily as a scribe, but I don't fully know what like the full responsibilities are, to be honest. Because I know like one of the responsibilities with like if you have a practice with a doctor and a nurse practitioner, so usually the doctor doesn't really like put the orders and do all the ordering and updating home health and e-pharmacies and stuff like that orders. So the doctor pretty much like go see you, and the nurse practitioner will do the all ordering and make sure that everything is up to date, and then you can get your medication on what it is they are trying to prescribe you at home or at the pharmacy when you have to go and pick it up. So this makes responsibility with a doctor and a nurse practitioner different from just the doctor himself, because I think if you only have a doctor, the doctor will have to take care of all that. And I think that's one of the problems that some patients do have when they're interacting with some doctors. For example, like them saying, hey, I went to see my doctor, and my doctor spent way much more time on his computer instead of actually looking at me in the eyes, or my doctor never looked at me in my eyes as I was talking to him. Well, I'm not justifying this, but I might think that hey, this doctor is only practicing by themselves, and therefore they don't have any help or anybody that can help them with those orders and stuff that they're trying to do for you. So therefore they actually need to do it as they're talking to you, because they're trying to be efficient and also make sure that you have everything that you need as soon as they'll be done with them, and actually start your course of treatment if it's something that you urgently need to start. So before I see it, I see a doctor, you're going to talk to them, not going to talk to them. So you go on doctor visit, and then they spend most of the time typing, because they have to they also have to put orders, and they also have to make sure that those previous orders that you had, if you had previous orders, are updated. They also have to put extra orders as well. And but believe it or not, they at the end of the day sometimes they still have charts to do at the end of like the work day, which is crazy to me. Like at the end of the work day, if you have like a regular 9 to 5, it'll be like a regular 9 to 5. You clock in at 9, and then you clock out at 5, and then that's pretty much it. You're done before. But the doctors, if you clock in at 9 and then you clock out at 5, and it still has like some charting, or how do I explain this for somebody else who don't know what charting is? If you still have to put notes on what it is he did with you when you came to see him, even though we're clocking at 5, we still have extra work to do. And I'm not gonna lie to you, those extra works that he does take away times that he could have possibly spent with his family if he wanted to. So that's where I think like this whole efficient way or talk comes in. So I'm not justifying the fact that a doctor is not seeing you or looking at you in the eyes, or even typing as you were talking to them on a visit. I just telling you to kind of like be mindful and be respectful about it, or just give them as much as information as possible before you see them, so that they don't have like to do all those typings and go to charts and go with your whole history as you're talking to them, because you're telling them a bunch of probably maybe sometimes irrelevant information that doesn't really mean a thing, but they have to map out and actually go back to the chart and actually relate to something, and so that they can really understand or get a full picture of what it is they have to deal with today. So that was it. That was pretty much me reflecting on what it is to be a doctor and talking about like the whole trust and scope of practice and responsibilities. I hope that you guys got something out of it. If you guys didn't, so feel free to let me know why you guys didn't. And that'll be pretty much it for today. So I'll cut this thing and go in clinic, because like you guys can see, I have scrubs and I'm gonna be on a 12-hour shift now. So I'm gonna go on the med surg floor. I generally don't know what my assignment's gonna look like, but hey, guess what? Whatever it is, I'm gonna go and deal with it and come back home and eat and be exhausted and go to bed. So yeah, thank you for watching this. I'll see you guys later, and that's pretty much it for now. Bye.